Salut, bonjour. This is Thomas the Prog Rogue coming to you from beautiful Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Today we will celebrate a long-standing prog band called Red Sand and their 12th album called The Sound of Silence. It was just released in this late September. I did already post a review on my Facebook page, Prog Rogue, as well as the site Prog Archives, which of course is under a different name for me, as well as the American site House of Prog. So it's your choice, the same words, but different places. So before anything, some fans out there may not necessarily know that Montreal and Quebec City in particular were very famous going back into the 50s for being the musical entrance for the various British invasions over the decade. We are talking music, not politics. Merci. So, you know, it started really with jazz bands coming to play in Montreal in the 50s that were very welcome here, but not necessarily in segregated America, if you know what I mean. So in the 60s, we also had the Stones and the Beatles, and then of course followed the huge British prog invasion when prog rock was in its glory days. We are talking, of course, of the legendary bands like Pink Floyd, Jethro Tull, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Genesis, yes, to name only a few. But they were also followed with some lesser known artists like strangely Sean Phillips, very popular here. There was also Chris de Burgh and Murray Head, believe it or not, very popular here. Anyways, Gentle Giant. Oh, they first came to Montreal. I was at that show at the Université de Montréal. There was 2,000 people. It was amazing. The next time they came the year after, and it was in the Montreal Forum, the ice hockey arena, in front of, 10,000 fans. It was incredible. And the next day they would go to Toronto to play in front of 40 people. So go figure. Montreal was always very good place for these bands to come into the North American market. We have some great bands here, not just Rush from Toronto, but in Quebec we've had the Manège, of course, that was very famous as well, Harmonium. But today we have Mystery and its offshoot band Huis. They're doing very well. There's this new band called Enigmatic Sound Machines that I think I know a bit. They are starting also. They might be one day a bit known. We will see. We also get regular visits from the prog legends like IQ and Pendragon, which I saw in the last year. Tomorrow I'm going to Steve Wilson playing at the at one of the smaller arenas in downtown Montreal, but it's 2 nights, so he is popular. I didn't even listen to the album because I bought it on the same day as the tickets, and I want to see it live before I actually listen to the album. Kind of weird thing to do, but I love weird things. So, as I mentioned to you, we're going to play a little song. There is the band is, as I mentioned, Simon Caron, Perry Angelillo, and Michel Renaud. I will be playing Lost Fantasy. I hope you enjoyed the track, and we will talk about it later on.
My radio show where the music never ends. I'm very keen. Your heart for today's a bit idle.
Alone, you can't be everywhere at the same time. You want something to be. Soon you will stay here like a fantasy of being the one. You lost yourself for everyone. You lost the magic side of
Wow. That was pretty good, wasn't it? I almost lost my French accent because now I'm turning into an English Canadian for a few minutes, I guess. So let me know what you thought about that song. I thought that it was particularly brilliant, very melancholic, very poignant. A neo-prog song with lots of muscle, beautiful melody. I mean, it's a perfect recipe in more ways than one. So let me know what you think in the comments if you liked the video. The album entirely is quite brilliant. I urge you to seek it out. You will really not be disappointed. It is an amazing piece of music. So we're looking forward to hearing from you again. I'm going to Steven Wilson tomorrow night. I will post a video about it, and we will see you soon. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Au revoir.